Thank you, Evelyn. And now we have Samantha Extance.
Hi. I'm going to read something that I actually wrote 2 days ago. So this is a last-minute decision. I haven't had a chance to revise it, so if it sucks, I'm sorry. Okay, it's called Little River Frog. My heart exploded through my ribs, out of my skin, out of my blood, into the air. I reached out desperately, panicking, and clasped it. I held it there between my fingers, afraid to look, afraid to loosen my hold and let it escape, like a firefly caught in a jar. I held it beating and growing more impatient, back to my chest, wanting to return it. But with each beat, it leapt further away, like a little river frog hopping through my fingers. My heart, too, wanted freedom. It wanted to jump far out into the world and be forgotten. It did not want to own this pair of knowing eyes or this set of unsatisfied lips. It did not want to pale under the weight of memory, but most of all, it did not want to wait for an empty chest to finally fill. All right, I'm sorry that most of these are about like lovey-dovey stuff. I didn't realize I did that, so if you need to puke, just turn to the side. All right, okay, this next poem is something that I wrote because of reading Finnegan's Wake, and I know, right? You could just imagine, that's like the worst preface ever, okay. All right, her eyes were watching Finnegan. The eye of the beholder, me, beholds you, full in your incomplete majesty. You bleed into me like curling ink wraps itself around finite jigsaw paper threads. You leave me with echoing conversation and pursed pursuing lips. My eyes stretch out for more, fingering over the very thought of you. Though once beheld, love, I must remind you, you will fortunately fall, like Humpty Dumpty from his castle wall, into a million rhombicular patches. The sound of you will narcissifate off the halls of my innermost self, and I will calm. The storm will be over. You arrive to me, home. That's the end of that one. All right, it's another lovey-dovey one, but oh well, you're going to deal with it. Okay. It's the last love song to MJR. And there's the first half of this first line is actually a quote from Eudora Welty. So, okay. You are that conscientious black cloud, that humming tune hummed away, snarky bard of nettled love whispers, and that idle pitching notion of wistful wandering. I wished you to be my truest love, despite your octagonal nature, and you did not disappoint me much, as I did myself. In trying, like a clinging vine, to creep along your back door, vying to get in. I could not. You would not let me, and I would not let myself. I am a vine, after all, and you, a French embroidered chair. That's the end of that one. Okay. All right, this is called Blooming in the Twilight of Words, or Bright Orange Flower. I was reading, and the sun from the window pooled over the page, swathing it. My pencil lay in my fingers, paused, pursed, thinking. The shadow cast by my pencil slithered across the page. The eraser's silhouette fell on one word, tracing. And I sat there trying to erase the word with my pencil's shadow, but it would not budge. I tried harder, moving the pencil's shadow along the word faster and faster, backwards and forwards, up and then down, quick erasing, almost erasing the light with the pencil's shadow, but it would not budge. I put the eraser finally to the page and slid it back across the word, obliterating it in my mind, destroying it, killing it, removing its ink-swelled stain from the page. I closed my eyes. I pushed down on the paper harder, imagining the words suddenly disappearing. My eyelids tightened. I did not want to open my eyes to find that that word was still there. I tried to see something else, anything else but the word. I released control. My eyes opened. A flower had sprouted up out of the page where the word used to be. It was bright and orange. Its yellow pistils danced in the maze of clear-cut sentences. The vine it grew from curled up the spine, looping around the page number. My fingertips traced along the flower's delicate petals, open, reaching, ripe. I closed my eyes again, expecting the flower to be gone, but it was still there, blooming in the twilight of words. And then I just have one more, which is again, a lovey-dovey sick poem, but oh well, it's spring. Okay, it's called My Sleeping Muse. I have told you countless times in silence, I love you, and smoothed away the crumples of your hair. Countless times inaudibly assured you that I am here and always will be there. Opening your palms face up, I trace the lines running horizontal east and west. I almost speak, but no wind finds me. I lie in wait for the moment that is best. My head rests on your back while you are sleeping. Your breath rose soft into a snore. Feelings inside me curl like ivy creeping, and I can hardly hold quiet anymore. I grab the closest ink and paper, scrawling loudly all I wish to say. I mouth each heavy word before me, and east to west, full of wind, keep silent. Thank you.